Yo, what's going on, people? It is your boy Asher, aka Kanjo, back again with another video. This time we're reacting to 10 controversial moments landed in WWE in huge trouble. Said that real quick. But yeah, 10 moments that landed the WWE in huge trouble. There's been a few moments where most likely did land him in trouble. I can remember when Owen Hart passed away, when he fell from the ceiling, from the structure of him being on a zip wire. I can imagine that landed him in huge trouble. I know D-Generation X got into trouble. DX got him in trouble back in like 98. Stone Cold, yeah, there'll be a few moments in there. But yeah, we're about to find out what those moments were. So let's relax, sit down, take a trip down memory lane, and see what these controversial moments are. There you go.
WWE throughout their history have been prone to controversy. Certain matches and segments have led to the company offending a portion of their fan base, and this in turn has resulted in the company getting into big trouble. Either WWE is reprimanded by their sponsors, or the network for either Raw or SmackDown are forced to question WWE on their antics. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 moments that got WWE into big trouble. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists.
Forget as well. Like the network that Raw or SmackDown or even NXT that they're on, the network that they're on are gonna want certain things on that show to keep it a leading program within that network. So it's not always, oh, Vince wants to do this or Triple H wants to do that. It can be the network want this going forward. And So there's many factors what I feel goes into like the actual wrestling product itself. I don't think it's just one person like being like, yeah, this, and this. Like there's other factors as well.
Number 10, Matt Striker's tasteless joke. On an episode of ECW TV in 2006, Matt Striker made a comment stating that the fans wouldn't catch him swimming with stingrays. This was controversial as Striker said this shortly after the passing of beloved figure Steve Irwin. Irwin was a hero to many who tragically died while swimming with stingrays. The backlash to Striker...
I wouldn't want to swim with stingrays. I don't feel that's a controversial thing. Yeah, it happened not long after the guy died, but it's facts. Once you heard this dude died because he got stung by a stingray, you're thinking, why would you be swimming with a stingray? Why? Would you swim with a stingray? Would you?
Striker's comments were severe as Striker's comments received mainstream attention. WWE responded by issuing a statement and subsequent apology which read, "We at WWE apologize for the remark alluding to the death of Steve Irwin, which was made on ECW on Sci-Fi Tuesday night. The remark was in the least disrespectful to Mr. Irwin's fans and family." It was reported by several sources, including PW Insider, that McMahon approved of the tasteless comment. So what on earth were WWE thinking? Number 9, WWE fired Paul Heyman again. Even though Paul Heyman's methods are questionable at times, there's no denying that Heyman is one of the most intelligent and gifted minds in pro wrestling.
I would love to sit down and talk to Paul Heyman. Just talk to him. Because the way he articulates himself, the way he thinks about how certain things should be within like the wrestling world, like his mind would be full of just knowledge, and I'd love to have I would love to chat to him.
Wrestling history. A number of years ago, Heyman was having a run as head writer of Raw. The Raw product at this time was receiving great reviews as Heyman, despite being micromanaged by Vince McMahon, was managing to create a compelling product that appealed to everyone. Then, randomly out of the blue in 2020, Vince McMahon decided to fire Heyman. This decision naturally led to fans questioning why McMahon had yet again decided to let Heyman go, and fans weren't the only ones wondering this, as it was reported by Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that the USA Network, which was the home of Raw, were unhappy with the change. They mentioned, "I know USA Network was unhappy with the change, very unhappy by the way. I don't think that they were happy with the ratings, but they understood the ratings. They were told a long time ago that this was a rebuilding period and it was going to take time, and they understood that. The ratings were a lot higher, and then the pandemic came, and that's what really knocked it down the last 3 months. Number 8,
Maybe I'm being biased right now, yeah? But if I was running a wrestling company, I would want Paul Heyman involved in creative as much as possible. Whether it's writing the show, whether it's head of talent relations, just doing something that is a major benefit to the show itself, you're going there. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like him and Vince have had like a rocky relationship, like for a very long time. Don't know what it's like now, obviously. I don't know their personal relationships. But for what it's been portrayed on screen and on some documentaries and stuff, I feel like they've had like a bit of a rocky relationship. Loads of respect for each other, but I just feel like it's been a rocky relationship. Especially when it comes to like creative wise, like booking wise. So I don't know. But Paul Heyman's definitely been in some sort of creative role in my wrestling company.
Lars Sullivan controversy. During Lars Sullivan's main roster run, his comments had surfaced in which Sullivan shared some rather sinister, racist and homophobic remarks. WWE were called upon the act, but they failed to do anything, and this led to WWE fans taking it upon themselves to email WWE sponsors to make them aware of Sullivan's comments. One fan would email the Mars Wrigley Confectionery Company, and the response highlighted how disgusted they were regarding the matter.
Wow.
We learned of Lars Sullivan's comments recently and share in your shock and disgust.
Wow.
As a values-based company, we find this behavior abhorrent and unacceptable. We have engaged the WWE to discuss the situation and seek to understand what actions they will take to swiftly address this matter.
Hey, easy, none of that.
Number 7, the Abraham Washington scandal.
Cut that.
Abraham Washington was mostly known for his run as a manager in WWE, but Washington's WWE run was overshadowed by his rather controversial firing. A few weeks before SummerSlam 2012, whilst Washington was managing Titus O'Neil, Washington, who had a live mic at ringside, would declare, "Titus O'Neil is like Kobe Bryant at a hotel in Colorado. He's unstoppable." Now, this was a direct reference to the alleged incident between Bryant and a hotel employee back in 2003. WWE were forced to issue a statement on Washington's comments, and he would be released a number of days later. Whilst WWE and Washington did indeed receive criticism for his comments, there was a strong portion of the fan base who believed WWE overreacted. Interestingly, there was a trend of chanting Washington's name during Raw and SmackDown, and there were even reports of fans having their pro-Washington signs confiscated at 2012 SummerSlam. Number 6, Al Snow's action figure. One of the biggest scandals of the Attitude Era surprisingly revolved around an action figure. WWE would release an action figure for popular star Al Snow, along with trusted sidekick Head.
What does everybody want? Head. What does everyone need? Head. Oh my days.
The figure received extensive criticism, as there were people legitimately saying that Snow was carrying a decapitated head, and the figure wasn't remotely appropriate for children.
What?
The complaints grew and grew so much that Walmart in the United States decided to stop selling the figure altogether. Al Snow would reflect on this rather crazy story during an interview with NBC Sports Boston. Two women who were all things assistant professors of communications at college in Georgia went into a Walmart and without any study, without any homework, without any research, jumped to a very wild and completely innocuous conclusion that the action figure that I had, which included a Barbie doll head that was popped off, had helped me ride across it, was a decapitated woman's head, and then wrote to a letter to the Atlantic Constitution. And of course, because wrestling was so hot at the time, the Atlanta Constitution printed it without doing any actual research themselves. And then of course, Walmart saw it, panicked, and then it led to where the toy was banned across the nation in every retail outlet, which just led them to selling out that much quicker. Walmart would not sell the figure as they feel it's an endangerment to the community. Now, granted, you can still go to Walmart buying a hunting gun with ammo and a hunting knife to cut up your victim, but you can't buy a pregnant Barbie or my action figure. Number 5, Jinder Mahal's infamous promo. Due to WWE being...
They thought it was a woman's head that got decapitated with an action figure. Really? That says help me. Why wouldn't you just research it? Like, that wouldn't be the first thing that comes to my head if I saw that toy. Well, obviously not, because I obviously knew what it was. But if I wasn't a wrestling fan and I saw that toy, I would just, what do you mean? It's just a head, bro. It's just a head. It's just a head. It's Al Snow. That was his gimmick. He had a mannequin head. Man.
A PG product, they tried to avoid causing any controversy. However, in 2017, they found themselves in hot water after WWE Champion Jinder Mahal cut a racist promo live on.
His title run was whack. Everything about it was whack. The way he won it, whack. The way he defended it, whack. The way he lost it, whack. The whole thing... Actually, no, he didn't lose it whackly, because AJ Styles won, beat him in Manchester. That was alright. But yeah, the whole thing was just whack.
SmackDown. The promo in question took place during Mahal's infamous feud with Shinsuke Nakamura, and during the promo, he would mock Nakamura's accent and would claim that all Japanese people look alike, and even compare Nakamura to Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid movie franchise. Naturally, the backlash to the segment was immediate, with everyone collectively calling out WWE. The backlash was so bad that WWE were forced to issue a statement, but the statement lacked any type of remorse, and WWE evidently saw nothing wrong with the content of the promo. Number 4, the WrestleMania 34 Battle Royal. For WrestleMania 34, WWE was set to introduce the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal in honor of the Fabulous Moolah. The winner was to receive the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Trophy. However, this decision caused mass controversy as fans and media...
I'm not fully aware of what Fabulous Moolah did. I know it was something crazy, but I don't know like the ins and outs of it. If you do, drop it down low in the comments. But yeah, I know they named it the Fabulous Moolah Invitational, then it just went back to the Andre Memorial Battle Royal. But yeah, I'm not too pivy on what she did.
Media outlets were questioning why WWE had decided to celebrate someone with such a questionable past. The allegations aiming towards Moolah included that she took a large percentage of other wrestlers' pay and even sexually exploited women under her leadership. Ex-wrestlers and those trained by Moolah also weighed in, with Mad Maxine.
Did you just bite her toenail? She bit her toenail.
Trained by Moolah, stating that Moolah was also weighed in.
Go back.
A large percentage of other wrestlers' pay and even sexually exploited women under her leadership. Ex-wrestlers and those trained by Moolah also weighed in, with Mad Maxine, a wrestler trained by Moolah, stating that Moolah was the most monstrous person she had ever encountered. A few weeks before the event, a petition was issued online demanding that WWE change the name of the upcoming Battle Royal, and it reportedly hit almost 10,000 signatures. Eventually, the sponsor of WrestleMania, Snickers, was made aware of the backlash to the matchup, and they called a decision to honor Moolah unacceptable. Just a matter of days after Snickers declared their disappointment, WWE removed Moolah's name from the Battle Royal. Number 3, the Muhammad Hassan scandal. The summer of 2005 saw one of the most questionable segments in history go down in WWE. On the July 7th, 2005 edition of SmackDown, The Undertaker would wrestle Daivari, and after the Dead Man's victory, Muhammad Hassan would begin to prey on the ramp, and this summoned 5 masked men armed with clubs and piano wire. After choking The Undertaker out, the masked men would carry Daivari above their heads and carry him away. The segment would air the same day as the 7/7 terrorist attack in London, England, and WWE were forced to take accountability. The particular edition of SmackDown had been taped days prior, but WWE had enough time to simply edit the segment out. The public outrage was justified, and Kevin Dunn made things worse when Dunn would state that he was proud of the WWE product. SmackDown's network, UPN, were utterly disgusted with WWE, and they insisted that the Hassan character was dropped with immediate effect.
See? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's the network. The network could be like, yo, listen, I don't like what Jey Uso is doing right now. Get rid of him. Wait, what? You don't... What? Didn't... The Bloodline. Money in the Bank. SummerSlam. Crowd reactions. You want us to get rid of him. Sorry, J-Man. You got to... See? That what? What? It's not always down to Vince or Triple H. The network have a huge part to play. Blame the network. Stop blaming Triple H. Stop blaming Vince McMahon. Solely. But just blame the network too.
WrestleMania 39 promo package. WWE's video packages are usually tremendous, but in April of 2023, WWE's production team made an inexcusable blunder. In a video package for the Rey vs. Dominic Mysterio matchup at WrestleMania 39, they bizarrely used an image of Auschwitz. Fans were quick to call out WWE for the promo package, as it wasn't before long that human rights groups saw the footage, and even the Auschwitz Memorial Twitter account, which has over 1.5 million followers, tweeted, "The fact that Auschwitz image was used to promote a WWE match is hard to call an editing mistake. Exploiting the site that became a symbol of enormous human tragedy is shameless and insults the memory of all victims of Auschwitz." In an official statement, WWE put the incident down to an error and stated that the imagery has been removed. "We had no knowledge of what was depicted. As soon as we learned, it was removed immediately. We apologize for this error." And number one, Vince McMahon uses the N-word. When WWE cut ties with Hulk Hogan in 2015, WWE's questionable history with the N-word came into focus. Hogan was virtually erased from WWE for a period for making racist comments, but Vince McMahon had infamously used the N-word during a tasteless backstage segment in 2005, and the world wanted to know why WWE thought it was okay all those years ago to use the N-word. Footage of the 2005 segment of McMahon using the word went viral across all major social media platforms, and he had no choice but to have a spokesperson issue a statement which read, "Surely everyone would recognize the 2005 segment was an outlandish and satirical skit involving fictional characters similar to that of many scripted TV shows and movies." But there you have it, folks. 10 moments that got WWE into big trouble.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The reason they got out of that scandal was because they said it was a character saying the word, not the actual person. Yeah, okay, that threw me off. That threw me off. Great video. Great video. But that last one just threw me off. But yeah, drop a comment down below what moment you thought would have landed WWE in huge trouble. Appreciate the love, appreciate the like, the support, everything that you're doing. But yeah, flipping hell, bro. Flipping hell. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and until next time, wash your things. Peace. And of course, love is love. Yeet. I fucked up the outro. Boy, I'm flustered. That threw me. Oh my days, that threw me. That threw me.